really cheap and easy way to convert from 3-wire to 2-wire on, well, my car is a 1999 95 Saab 95, but this should work for, it should work for any 3 to 2-wire conversion. So this is the circuit diagram, and we'll zoom in a little bit here. Now in my car, this is a 10-pin plug, and this is what they all do. So this is for 1999 Saab 95. I have a wagon. It might be a little different in your Saab, but this is the pin out for the 10-pin. So now the circuit to get that is these squares here are relays. You can go to the cheap part about this project is junkyards are filled with relays. You could probably get 5. You could probably get 50 of them for $5. You just got to go unplug them from the relay banks in cars. So I have my parts car outside. So I just unplugged 5 relays, and then I just started wiring it up. So you'll have 2 banks. This 2 banks and a spare. Well, it's not a spare, but you'll have the left side, the right side, and then your tail lights. So from here down, that's the firing side. That will fire your relays. From here up, that will send power to where it needs to go. So the circuit is the left brake and the right brake will be pin on the relay 86. So you connect those together. Pin 6 on the Saab is the brake in. So you connect those together, left and right, because the brake lights have to light up at the same time. So now for the other in the left bank, you take pin 1, which is the left flash, and you connect that to 86. So that the firing side for the left-hand side is done. And then on pin 85, on all of them, you run that to ground. So that's all done. The right-hand side flash, that'll be pin 4 to 86. And then your tail lights, that'll be pin 86 on the relay. And that'll be pin 5 or pin 7 on the Saab. Because as you see, pin 5 is the right tail light and pin 7 is the left tail light. You only need one of those wires to fire your tail lights. Because that's just when you're driving along, no brakes, you're not turning with their flash or anything, it's just lit up because it's nighttime. So you only need one of those. Okay, so that is the firing side. So now, the power side, so for your brake pin, pin 10 on my Saab will be, it'll go through fuse 6B in the fuse box, which is the trailer brake lights, and that'll come down and go into 30 on both the left and right relay. Pin 30 on left and right relay gets connected to pin 10 in the car trailer harness. Okay, so now we're just going to concern ourselves with the left bank because the right bank will be the same. So the left bank, you go from 87A to 87, from the left brake to the left flash. And then you go from 87 to 87A. These will look like an X. I'll show it to you in the video. But 87A to 87, 87 to 87A, those across. That bank is done. The last thing to do on that bank for the left-hand bulb is to send it out to the left-hand bulb, which will be pin 30 on the left-hand flash relay. And this will be the trailer pin number 3. So you have a 4-wire, pin 1 is ground, pin 2 is your tail lights, pin 3 is your left flash and stop, and pin 4 is your right flash and stop. So then, on the right bank, you have the brake light coming in, you'll have your crossing, same pin configuration on the relay, 87A to 87, 87 to 87A. It'll make an X. And then the right brake flash combo, that'll go out to the right bulb. So that'll connect to your trailer pin 4. And this comes out of 30 as well, but that's on the right bank. And then finally, for your tail, we already did the firing, which is pin 5 or pin 7 into 86. And then that is to ground, which is 85. And then the top, you have pin 9 from the car coming in, and you can go to 87 or 87A. And then you can go out to your tail light from 30, and your tail light on the trailer pin will be trailer pin 2. This is the standard wiring for the trailer plug. Like I said, pin 1 on a trailer plug is chassis ground. Pin 2 is your tail lights. Pin 3 will be your left turn and stop. And pin 4 will be your right turn and stop. So the reason why we have to make this is because European cars, and I don't know about Japanese imports, but I know a lot of European imports will have a funky wiring system, and you have to buy all these converters and stuff. This is the cheap way to do it, gentlemen, and I'll show you how. So, and I mean, in the car plug, there's other things. So you can add other things to your circuit. So, for instance, pin 2 is rear fog on and off. Pin 3 is rear fog. So what you would want to do is use pin 2. You'd add a relay on top of all this. You'd run pin 2 to your rear fog, or you'd run pin 2 of the car plug to pin 86 on another relay. And that would fire that relay, because all your pin 85s are to ground. That will complete your circuit. You push the button for the rear fog light, or for the rear fog light. That'll fire that relay because it goes through the switch, goes to that relay, and then goes to the ground. And then pin 3 would be connected at pin 30 on the relay, just like the taillights. It'd be connected at pin 30 or pin 87, 87A, either one. And then you'd go out to your fog light, and your fog light is grounded. What else do we have? A backup light. That I skipped. I don't really need a backup light on the little tiny trailer that I have. But if you want to add another relay, I forget, I believe one of the 2 pins, I believe it's pin 9 on the car plug. I don't remember which, pin 9 or pin 10. One of them has a higher amperage rating. So if you want to run say, a rear fog and a backup light. You had 2 more relays wired up like the tail light, and then for power on the power side, wire it the same way as the tail light, and then come off of pin, whatever pin has more amperage for the fuse for your power. I believe a lot of trailer lights are already wired, so when your tail lights come on, your license plate light already lights up. But if not, once we, let's see, where's my tail? Here we go. So pin 5 or pin 7 into 86, and then 85 to ground. So on the top, that 30 will go to both taillights, and if required, it'll go to the license plate light if it's not connected. A lot of times they're connected inside the light. So, excuse me, gentlemen. So anyways, there is what we're building. And then now I get all the stuff together and we'll start making it up. So anyways, guys, I'll be back. If you have any questions, message me, let me know. But like I said, this is for European cars. You don't need to buy one of those expensive converters. Even for 20 bucks, you don't need to buy that. You can buy, they'd probably, if you're cool with your salvage yard guy, he might even give you all the relays. Fuck. It's all the connectors that might cost you a little money. You might spend $2 to $5 in connectors, depending on where you get them from. You could order them from eBay and get them in bulk, you know. They're just so you can attach to the Spades, but I'll show you that. But anyways, this is a cheap project, and you don't need to convert this. We're making a trailer converter, an old school kind. So, anyways, guys, be right back. So now, gentlemen, we click on the key.
Testing. System ready.
Turn off that. Make sure the radio doesn't come on. Okay. So we have the ignition on. I unplug the vacuum pump for when I'm pushing the... Oh, I think I have the stick in there. Yeah, I forgot to take the stick out. Let me see. Nope, it's not pushing the brake. So that's good. So we have the ignition on, running lights on. And this will work in headlight position 2. Let me click that on real quick and show you. So there's our headlights on, and there's our running lights on as well. But we'll turn the headlights off because it draws too much on the battery. So we have that. Now let's push our brake lights. Alright gentlemen, as you can see, the lights are much brighter. Those are brake lights. On, I have the pedal blocked, so our brake lights are on. So now let me go show you how the circuit works. We're pushing the brake. Say we're sitting in the driver's seat, we're pushing the brake. Let me go turn on the left blinker. So there's our left blinker. If we go in here with brake light, if we go in here, you can hear the relays clicking back and forth, letting it go like that. And then we'll click our right blinker, and that's still with the brakes on, gentlemen. And as you see, we have right blinker, relays clicking, regular brake lights. So now if we take the pedal and let the pedal go, and we're just turning with no stopping, there is our turning with no stopping. There's our right turning, or left turning with no stopping. And I did this test with no lights on. So if we turn on the running lights, you'll see we have running lights on now. And they're both flashing for left. Relays clicking. Turn it to right. Relays clicking. And the running light is still on. So gentlemen, that is the way to do things cheaply. And if you look, no SID alerts. Let me turn off the blinker. No SID alerts except for my washer fluid is low because I haven't filled it yet. No SID alerts with this system at all. I put the full load on it. I've turned on the system with lights, or with running lights on, stop and turn all at the same time. No system, no SID system errors. So guys, no SID errors, no excessive draw on the car. The computer management system in the car doesn't think it's doing anything different. So I call this a win-win. So I'm glad I could help you gentlemen out. And as always, stay safe out there. Car love.